like. Resist, 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 resist. Immigrants are welcome here. 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 Immigrants are welcome here.
Welcome back. You're live in the CNN newsroom. The world is reacting to President Trump's executive order banning those from 7 Muslim-majority nations from entering the United States for at least 120 days. Those 7 nations on the screen are the ones that are where the ban has taken place. Joining me now is former Congressman Jack Kingston, senior advisor to the president's campaign. He joins me now from Washington. Nice to have you on.
Great to be here, Poppy.
Let's talk about what effect you think this ban will have in stopping terror, meaning what data can you point to that justifies that these 7 nations have a tie to U.S. terror attacks or a higher incidence of bringing terrorists to this country?
Well, I think the idea is that maybe the evidence, I would say, is that these countries themselves don't really have a standard that would preclude enemies of the United States from immigrating here. When you think about Sudan, Yemen, Syria, Libya, Iraq, these are not countries that are known to love the United States of America. So I think the idea of re-implementing a ban, which we have had in the past, where you can sort out who's coming in, what are they doing here, how long will they be here, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it is a step forward in trying to organize our border security.
So you say these are not countries that love the United States and therefore this is justified. So what about Russia?
Well, I think in Russia, and you know, there's a lot of other Islamic countries and other countries that aren't always fond of America, but I don't think you have necessarily the concerns and the vigilance that you may need if you're talking about Sudan. I think these countries really just frankly have higher standards. But
so let's point to the standards that we know, Congressman, and let's pull up on the screen what it takes for, let's say, Syria, for example, what it takes for a Syrian person or refugee to come into this country, because there is a lot. The processing time is 18 to 24 months. They are screened by DHS, Homeland Security, the Defense Department, the FBI. their enhanced review of the Syrian cases. They have iris scans, fingerprints. They have to show their identifying documents. Their biographical information is done in multiple security checks. That is what they already go through. It is incredibly hard to get into this country as a Syrian already. So what needs to change? Why does that need to be more stringent?
Well, I think the question is the documents that DHS and everybody is looking at, are they, do they have integrity themselves? What is it in Syria?
Do you know that they don't, Congressman?
Well, that's the question, and I think that that's what
you don't write laws or issue executive orders based on things you don't know.
Oh, so actually, you do, Poppy, because I mean, I think, frankly, the Obama administration for years kind of had their eyes half shut, and what the Trump people are saying is, we want to find out. Now, if the Syrian documents have high degree of integrity, and then maybe we need to find that out, and then you back off this thing. But, you know, certainly you got to go country to country.
But, Congressman, can you point to a single terrorist attack in this country that was carried out by a Syrian refugee?
I think you could look at DHS records and see that refugees in general have often been the cloak under which terrorists do move from country to country, and we do not know who's coming in our country. And I think
that's Congressman, I asked if you can point to an event that you think justifies this ban that has endangered or killed American people.
Let me point to it. Fort Hood, Orlando, San Bernardino, terrorist attacks around the world.
All right, so let's go through every single one of those, because when you look at San Bernardino, Congressman, when you look at, but you said something that's not factual.
Because you're not letting me finish the sentence. And the rest of the sentence is all of these security or the terrorist attacks have to do with who's coming in, how long have they been there, where are they being radicalized, and what's happening with this order. It's part of a greater security goal. One of the things that Trump never gets credit for is how do people become radicalized, and that's part of what he wants to put on the table. And I think in the case of Fort Hood and Orlando, those are questions. How do these people who are already here, how do they become radicalized?
All right.
So to me,
Congressman, you're talking about American citizens. I want to correct this for our viewers. Nidal Hassan, the Fort Hood shooter, he was born in Arlington, Virginia. His parents were parents were Palestinian. When you look at the San Bernardino, it is your point. You're saying that this is justification for the ban. The San Bernardino shooters.
This is all part
the San Bernardino shooter, Saeed Rizwan Farouk, was born in Illinois. His parents were Pakistani. His wife, Tashfeen Malik, was born in Pakistan, lived in Saudi Arabia, came to the United States.
Okay,
The attacker in Orlando was an American. So how is that justification,
Because
Congressman?
This is all part of the defense against terrorism, and it's all part of immigration security. Knowing who's coming in, knowing who's here, knowing how they get radicalized, this is all part of immigration and terrorism, which is what the president ran on and what he said, look, we're going to kind of clean up the mess. We need to know who's in our country and what they're doing.
Congressman, most of those people you just pointed to are American. Most of those people you pointed to are Americans who were born here.
Poppy, don't you think it would be a good idea to find out why they're radicalized and what happens to them? I think it would be.
Of course I do, Congressman. And as you well know, much of this radicalization is happening online. Much of this radicalization is happening online.
But this is part of his comprehensive approach to cracking down on terrorism, and border security is part of it. And so knowing who's coming in here and what they're doing.
Then why is it that no country, none of the 4 countries where the 9/11 hijackers came from, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Lebanon, and Egypt, are included? If that is why not include any of those countries in this ban?
You know, if it gets to that we need to include other countries, and that's in the national security, we need to do that. But as you know, Saudi Arabia is an ally of ours, and so many of these, Egypt is, and so many of the other countries where the hijackers came from. But this is all part of the comprehensive plan that Mr. Trump's trying to get a grip on. And so, you know, if you pick apart one part and say, okay, this is horrible, therefore the whole plan falls apart, but it's not. You know, for example, building the walls, part of this, increasing border patrol and ICE agents, this is all part of it. So again, it's a comprehensive plan to crack down on immigration security in order to get a better grip on terrorism and the threats to America.
Congressman Jack Kingston, I have to leave it there. You'll be with us later. I appreciate your
Thanks,
time.
Coffee.
Straight ahead.
Summer.